Capricorn, hey, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in with me. We are going to do your 2025 New Year read here. Just see what's coming in for you. If what happened before I dropped in to actually hit record on this read has any indication of what's to come, I think it's about to get interesting. I was sitting here just dropping into your energy, Capricorn. And I looked out the window. There hasn't been a whole lot to report out the window lately. I mean, it is in that winter season. Everything is more still at this time. But I looked up just as I saw something. I don't know what, because it was so fast, but it looked like just this like flash of silver, just like whizzed by the window. And it was too low to be a plane. Okay. So it's not like I was seeing something up in the sky, and it was brilliant. It was shimmering. It had some reflective quality to it. So I don't know what it was. Was it one of those mylar balloons floating on the breeze, or I don't know what I saw. I have no way to tell you. It was just like this little flash. So you might be seeing things out of your peripheral vision. There might be an energy that's coming in to your sphere, you could say. That's something that will be like a glimmering thing. It's something that maybe it's a lure, okay? It could be. Be aware of that, okay? Possibly. It could be a lure, okay? But it could also be something quite enamoring is what's kind of coming through. Something that makes you curious, draws you in. So this kind of energy coming in on the periphery there. Yeah, it was just unusual. And then I looked at the clock and it was 4:44. It's kind of sticking with me. It gave me that feeling of, that was really interesting. What was that? Okay, so that kind of energy coming in around you. This is for any significant Capricorn placement. If you have a prominent placement in the 10th house, or if you are a Cancer rising, we're going to start out with the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and we're going to get your sort of like 2025 quest theme all sort of like encapsulated in a little bubble, so we understand the nature of the energy we're working with here. First, we're going to look at the bottom of the deck, and that's going to let me know what you're leaving behind in the South Node, okay, or what you should leave behind in the South Node as you step into 2025, because it'll only hold you back if you hang on to it. So let's check it out and start there. Ooh, I like this. Yes, don't look back. Don't look back. Oh, look at it. Isn't that interesting? So maybe the glimmering thing is something that's a lure, okay? Because notice how there's that metallic background behind the owl here. There may be something deceptive that you put behind you, and you don't want to look back that way lest you become enamored and drawn back in. See, this is gold, and what I saw was silver. So there's something that you already transmuted here. There's something you already alchemized, and look at that. We have the Merkaba there that owl is carrying. So you're about ready to head into that Sagittarian energy of that 9th house of expansion, travel of the mind, flights of fancy, preparing to take flight, preparing to move on up to that North Node activation point. Having the vehicle you need to get there, the vehicle being something that could be rather abstract, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a ride, man. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like get the ticket, go for the ride. There's some kind of adventure that's about to unfold here now that you've seen through some kind of deception. You did get to the other side of a storm here. There's new beginnings at hand. It's got big, like, Magus kind of energy. So I do feel like you are activating something here. It's holding the charge of the magician. And this is something that maybe you already dealt with a particular wizard who is kind of like throwing some energy your way. You were able to transmute that energy. you didn't fall for the okie doke. You didn't get drawn in by the deception. So don't look back that way. If something gets kind of like cast out there for you to take a bite of, it might pull you back to the south node. That's what I'm getting with that. Okay. So now let's see, what is your 2025 quest theme, Capricorn? What's coming in here? I like that it starts out strong, you know, with you putting stuff behind you, getting to the other side of the storm. It may have been a bit of turbulence there as you were moving beyond what you were needing to leave behind there. It looks like you're already on the other side of it. The major storm is past in your life, whatever was going down. And so now you're kind of in the clear. Yes. And I like this. Look at this. You got 2 cards. Oh, wow. Capricorn. Check this out. You got the power of attraction. Number 13. Lucky 13. Oh, you got Freya's chariot coming in to carry you forward, I have to say. And that's a chariot that moves forward in a very different way, certainly. It's drawn by cats. So you're getting some kind of like secret insight, access to the mysteries. The way forward is a little unusual, but it does pull you forward with great attraction. There's somebody else on the other side of this equation. This is like Wonder Twin powers activate, dynamic duo kind of energy. You see, there's some kind of light that you build together here. Perhaps it's that light that comes in after the storm. And so there's something here that is about to set off a new creative cycle. It has a lot of power behind it. 2 of you are coming together to create this, all right? And this feels rather heaven sent. It is a building block for the future. We have number 33 here. 33 being a synchronicity for you. And again, up here, entering the crown chakra is that Merkaba. So yes, I do feel like this is energy that is being activated at this particular point on your timeline. It has something to do with somebody that is part of your soul family. This could be a romantic soulmate, certainly, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a creative soulmate. Whatever this is something that it's meant to be at this time. This is a bit of fate has been spun into destiny, and it's time for the 2 of you to come together and create this. There's something you're creating together, and I feel like it'll be like that great attractor energy. You know, I got like quark, and I heard quark logic, you know, came in also when I was dropping into your energy. And a quark is a fundamental quality needed, particle needed in order to be able to create matter itself. And so there's something about like, I know this sounds like a little abstract, but this is how it's coming in. So it's like this coming together, it's a bit of quark logic. Like the connection has to come together in order to bring a little bit of heaven on earth, I have to say. It's something that has a lot of sweetness to it. There's a lot of expansion that comes through it. It's something that pours into community, and also in some cases global community. I have to say it does have a bit of stimulating the hive mind into productivity. You know, you're coming together, whatever you're creating here, it actually builds community, and it gets people excited about building that community and bringing their contributions forward here. Really cool energy. But there's definitely somebody here that is coming into alignment with you. Currently, you're going through your own individual process with this, though. I got that there's a lot that you're clearing energetically. There's a lot you're clearing out of your chakras. So you're actually ready to root what wants to come through this connection, because you each hold your piece of it. And then it's like, together you hold the quark that actually manifests it immaterial reality, takes it out of that sort of quantum play space and makes it a real tangible thing. It looks good, whatever it is, okay? It puts you in a position of power, and your connection is quite empowering. Right? One of you may have a really strong water placement in the chart. All right. And I think the other, the other holds a lot of air. This is just sort of coming through right off the bat, right? You'll know which side of that you're on. Okay. Very interesting energy. You may feel this kind of like pulling you, this draw. You might feel like you're tapping into an energy and you're not sure where it's coming from, but you feel like it's sort of like what it's calling you to explore is bring in 11 on the clock. What it's calling you to explore is what's leading you closer to this person. You'll see this in time, okay? That's how that's coming out. Now we're going to do a cut of the deck, and it was 11:13 on the clock. So yeah, 13 is a power number for you, so is 11. So pay attention to those numbers, any combinations they come in, 11:22. A lot of synchronicity around you, okay? And a lot of building blocks through this connection coming in here. So when you do sort of like touch that place that it feels creative in nature, you know what I mean? Like it feels like it's something that's productive or moves you into expansion, and you have a curiosity about that, like, ooh, I want to study that, or I want to look more deeply into that, I want to learn more about that. Anything that expands your mind, or you feel expands you emotionally or on a spiritual level that you feel really pulled to explore, you should, because there's something about that that draws you closer to this person over time. Okay, that's what I got. Cut of the deck energy is sort of your north node potential for 2025. It's a potential, you know, whether you activate it or not is up to you. Yeah, see, first, in order to come into this alignment, this is that piece I was talking about. We have restore and replenish. So 38 coming in there breaks down to 11. So again, you have to come into alignment first. And I was really picking that up, that in order to activate your north node potential, you do need to get your energy right. Like there may be something in your energy that you still need to clear out. It could be a lure that is sort of a distractionary element, something that's kind of on the periphery. It may be in the periphery of your energy body. You know, you're still kind of tapped into it, even though the energetic link has been weakened over time. My God, it's still connected to you. So there's something you continue to need to dissolve there. Also, you should really connect with the earth element right now, your element, you know, to really come into your own nature. So there's a need for you to really spend time with the woods, spend time in your garden, you know, just sort of like clearing out any kind of debris, just, you know, connecting with the earth. Also, you know, spending time anywhere where you can really drop in, put roots down, maybe with a tree. I also feel like if you're not really familiar with working with crystals, working with stones, that might be very beneficial for you at this time as well. And also just resting, you know, taking time to rest. Let it be okay to take space to not do anything, because you have to be in a space of readiness when your energy, I got collides. That's how it's coming through, collides with this person's. It feels like you're colliding. It feels like a collision, like there's something about it that it has a lot of force, okay? So you need to be able to be prepared for that. And what do we got here? Yes, see, look at this. Ooh, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. See, this spiral of light is building, and it's building as you root yourself. And then it's like you're both in this space, okay? You're both in this space and you're generating this power. It's power that you're generating, but it also is building a lot of light. So it sort of draws you to each other. It's almost like you can see the light pathway energetically. So when you get those urges to explore certain things, it's all like little clues, you know, that are leading you closer to that source of light. So this is really about trusting those inner promptings that come through and creating the appropriate space for rest, especially stress. Rest from stress. You need to have a space where you can just really be in more of a gentle, open kind of energy. That's when you're really able to root your energy and build your light and really trust what comes through in that space for you, because it will lead you on the right track. So it's interesting because that same kind of energy came in for Sagittarius too, about just really being in this place of not having anything really that needs to be seriously like tied up in the past, over the worst of it, ready to move forward, but still needing to be aware of certain elements that could lure you in or hold you back. And I think that if you're not aware of those elements, you'll become very clear about them when you spend some time to yourself, all right? But let's see if we can get some more details for you by checking out your hand of fate, okay? And this is the hand you're dealt. What you make of it is up to you, but we're going to look at the challengers that are going to face you in 2025, as well as any potential reversals. It's something that you should be aware of. So you can kind of master the situation and your approach to it internally. That way you can respond to it. You don't have to be reactive. And we don't just look at the shadow aspects. We look at the light aspects here. We look at both. They're two sides of the same coin. And it's sort of like neutralizing the reaction to shadow as well. It doesn't have to be something to be feared. It can be a point of potentiality. So there's a need to kind of shift this. Oh, yes. And we got justice on the bottom of the deck right here. So I like this, okay? I like this energy a lot. Maybe justice coming in for a particular wizard that tried to send a griffin in to steal some treasure. We do have also this sort of Scorpio energy there with the serpent that's in that wizard's hands. It says, tell how the angels fell, reveals the past, present, and future. This is somebody that it's sort of like they have a tale to tell of how they fell. They got roped into something here. They feel like they need to balance the scales with you, perhaps because they feel like if they don't balance the scales with you, then there could be a little trouble. There could be a little trouble for them because of a guilt by association kind of connection here. The letter S could be coming into play quite strongly here. S being potentially a source of transformation, because I'm noticing the shape of the S is the snake. It's in this particular wizard's hands, okay? So maybe there's something about a desire to team up energies here as well. This is coming in with justice. This is insight about something that happened here. It's Libra South Node energy. It's big Libra energy. Let's get some more details here and see what we got coming in. What are the challengers and the reversals that Capricorn may face in 2025 that they need to be prepared of? Oh, yes, look at this. It flew out. This is that hanged man energy. This has come out before. This is the person who wants to, you know, kind of trade places here. They're hoping to sort of invoke a little bit. It's not really what a skinwalker is, though, so I want to make that clear, but it's like invoking that kind of energy. Only the person wants to sort of take on your role or your place or your identity in a situation. It's a bit of a karmic situation here. And see, this person may also be a bit of a necromancer. They also want to trade places here because they feel like they're caught up. Okay. They feel like they're in a bad way. They feel like also maybe if they can give somebody up to you, like let you know who was problematic, that they can trade places. Like this person may be caught up right now, and it's almost like they're coming in and saying, let me tell you who really is the issue here. And they feel in that way, maybe they can get themselves out of that rut they found themselves in, you know? There's something here that you are being illuminated about in 2025, but this is somebody who used to be a challenger on your path that's approaching you. It was a tag team effort, these two people here. And with the hangman, we got Pisces energy coming in there. It's also could be like a hidden enemy. So maybe this person is revealing who the hidden enemy is to you. Okay. But there is a quality of them wanting to like trade places because maybe this person realizes that they're in a bit of a pickle and they could get caught up. That's what I got here. This is coming in as sort of, it came in as a crossing energy and it is like heading south. So you could be approached by somebody. It seems like they're helpful, but they got their own designs in mind here with the 9 of Cups. They want to strengthen their position. They also, they want personal fulfillment here. So it's not really about helping you. And that might be that lower energy. That might be that glimmering thing that sort of is still on the periphery that you need to be aware of. Yeah, see, because this person, it can make their intentions invisible. I do feel like they're telling you that they can help you recover something or find what's been missing. And I think the treasure they're giving you is this information about who's kind of been at the root of a problem, but yet this person was a co-conspirator. That's what I got. That's how it's coming through, okay? Let me get a little bit more details on this. Any more information here? Whatever this was has been moving in opposition to your personal desires. Here we got more crossing energy coming in here. Page of Pentacles, okay? This could be somebody that has a strong Taurus placement in their chart. They could also be somebody born in the year of the ox, whoever this is that's giving education, or they could have a strong placement in one of these signs. They're coming through as like, I'm a good familiar, like I'm going to be here to help you with this matter. That's why they're educating you. But they helped this person, you see. They helped this person. So it's like this energy was already a turncoat energy and they aligned with somebody against you. And now they're being a turncoat to that energy. Like this person does whatever they have to do to have their interests addressed, period. It doesn't matter. Like there's no sense of loyalty with whoever this character is that's giving you this education. So you should be prepared for that, okay? We've had some different energies come through. We had Taurus energy come through. We had Pisces energy come through, Libra energy come through. We also had Ox, you're the Ox energy come in. And your energy is there too with that Page of Pentacles, okay? You could be dealing with another Capricorn as well, or Virgo, it's possible, okay? Any of those signs. Scorpio energy came in too. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's do a cut of the deck just to get final details on this here. Ace of Pentacles, all right? So it is a trickster energy that you do need to be aware of. I do believe that they're like presenting some kind of opportunity, some kind of treasure. But is that treasure going to really open up a new cycle for you, or is it going to get you kind of caught up in some kind of karmic loop? This person will promise like quick results or like a quick way to get there, or they promise you something that seems a little fantastical. What's on the opposite side here? Page of Swords, and there's the serpent energy again. So this very well could be somebody that has a strong Scorpio placement in their chart, I have to say here. There's strategy that's being employed by this individual, and they are the person who is giving some kind of information about the past, or they are giving some guidance about how to attain something in the future. But it reconciles you with friends and foes. And I'm getting that they're one and the same, because these people were aligned with each other, and it was 25:22 on the clock when I brought that in. So yes, this was a tag team effort. Remember that piece about, fallen angels tells how the angels fell. If you follow this particular, character here, you could end up taking a fall. See, because you got something coming in for you that's heaven sent. That's how it opened up. And this makes heaven head south real fast. This is the fate. So it's almost like you're being a little challenged here spiritually as well, to be able to really trust your intuition. Yes, because you're a bit on a quest for the last unicorn here, I have to say. And it comes in with 9 of Pentacles energy. And this is really about trusting your own alchemical abilities here. You have quite a few alchemical abilities. You can cause any manner of music to be played. You can cause trees to bend at will. And you bring excellent familiars. And there is one out there that's like you. And together, your energies united are quite potent. But there's something about a challenger coming to throw you off what is an energy that's compelling you forward, okay? This person may not be with you yet, but there's some energy that's compelling you forward to explore certain things, to go down certain rabbit holes, so to speak, to learn about new things. Like this energy, you're picking it up in the quantum field, but this person will manifest in your life. I got that, okay? And it's a bit like finding that last unicorn. And I get like somebody that's just like you know what I mean? You're both kind of the last of your kind. Interesting energy there. Okay, let's check out your allies. Let's see what your allies are. I mean, this does have big like road opening energy coming in here too, but first you're sort of facing a trickster. It's a guardian at the gate of initiation, so to speak, right? We're going to use the Angel Tarot to find out what your fortune is in 2025. What luck is on your side? What allies are coming in? Bottom of the deck energy. Oh, look at that. 4 of Wands. It's like, just bring it on home, man. It's just time to walk through that gateway of initiation into this new cycle here. It brings rectification for you. And there's something here where you are going to find the path to peace, where you feel like there's been disruption. You are going to find the path to peace. You will be led there. And it was 38 on the clock when that came in. So this really is about the closing of one cycle is leading you into this place of alignment. And there's a lot of support here. There's something to really celebrate on the other side. So let's go ahead and just bring this energy into you. Capricorn, what luck and allies are coming in for Capricorn in 2025? What luck and allies are coming in for Capricorn in 2025? What luck and allies are coming in for Capricorn in 2025? Okay, let's see. Okay, we got 3 of Swords. So it's sort of like, this may sound strange, but a lot of your luck is generated from the challenges you were put through, the things that caused you pain, the things that hurt your heart. It's sort of like those who worked against you did a lot to lift you up because it gave you a certain stoicism, a certain focus, a certain relentlessness I got that is going to get you where you want to go. It gives you the strength to endure. And they sort of like trained that fighter in you. And I don't mean somebody who fights in a way that's destructive, but somebody who fights for what matters. Somebody who fights for that thing that is the path of heart and will follow it through to the end. So this is everything about you really trusting what does fill your heart, what's speaking to your heart. And that even if, you know, everyone were to turn against you, it wouldn't matter. You would stay connected and devoted to what's in your heart because you've totally given yourself over to it. And this is what brings you luck because you are trusting your heart above all else. And that's the greatest transformational power here. It cures all that has been ill. It transforms all of the energy that was directed your way as well, that was meant to make everything wither. It's the thing that makes you hardy. It's the thing that makes you hardy. It's the thing that makes you unable to be cut back. You know, it's like somebody can, you know, trying to prune your growth here, but you'll always spring back. You'll always spring back. Yes, whatever this is that you have your sights set on that has eluded you, it's very lucky for you to continue to focus on that North Star that's been guiding you because there's longevity in it. There's long life in it. And you are meant to head there. But anytime you're activating something like that, you're going to deal with a lot of people that will hold you back. You're going to deal with a lot of elements that get in your way because you have to have a certain resiliency. You have to have a certain strength in order to be able to really step into that. You can't just, you know, kind of half-ass it. You can't phone it in. So let's see your luck and allies in 2025 as you head into the new year, Capricorn. What are your luck and allies? What's going to get you where you need to go? Oh, that really wants to come out. I'm going to put it back in, but I'm curious what's wanting to come out here because it looks like kind of a blocking energy. 5 of Pentacles, do you see? Patience will reveal the secrets that you need and the secrets of nature as well that will help to spread knowledge and industry. So you could have been feeling blocked financially with this 5 of Pentacles energy. You could have been feeling blocked in your work. Okay, I think this is what wanted to be revealed. Okay, that was interesting the way that came out. Yeah, it's something that was affecting your security here. There's something that's in the process of being cut off with that. Okay, so you're going to find that you've had luck with you all along. It's just you've been moving against a lot of oppositional energy. Your luck has been in your ability to endure despite the fact that you've been facing this opposition. I heard most would have given up. Most would have already thrown in the towel with whatever this is. So only you're going to know what that is, Capricorn, because it's deeply personal to you. Okay, it's a bit of a crucible. It is. It's a challenge. Like a crucible can be a testing trial, right? To be able to step into a certain kind of power. And so you get tested by that. You get tested by the vessel that is meant to hold this potential, and that vessel is you. So you have been personally tested here, and that's been part of your luck. All right. Yes, Queen of Pentacles. Do you see? You took a knee. You know, there were times when you had to take a knee. You had to like sort of like, okay, let me gather my strength again before I get back up. You never went all the way down. Do you see what I mean? You've had that resilience. You have intellectual lucidity here. And there's something as a result of your determination here that's going to pay off. You will be compensated. There will be something here that is very compensatory. It gives back everything you've put into it. So I want you to start focusing the energy in that way. Instead of looking at how you've been held back, look at the strength you've generated by still like not being able to be brought down. Like that's what you need to tap into, because that generates more luck for you. It's like it powers you up. Okay, let me see here. What is the luck and allies coming in for Capricorn in 2025 in the new year? What are the luck and allies coming in for Capricorn in 2025? All right, just caught that. So, oh, there's a lot coming in. You got a lot more working for you than against you here. What is this? Because this almost slipped away. Queen of Cups. Oh, is the Queen of Cups trying to slip the scene? Remember that water sign energy came in. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody trying to slip the scene. Slip the scene. Slip the scene here. Slippery energy. Don't talk about it. Let's jumble her words. Yes, this is interesting. You're going to have a redemption moment with this character, whoever this is. They may have tried to slip the scene, but you're going to be able to suss this out, right? This is somebody that's been in opposition to you spiritually, all right? In opposition to you spiritually. They see things differently than you do spiritually. You're not on the same page. You may come from different spiritual viewpoints, or they've been doing spiritual work on you as well. Problematic energy in regard to this. And something here, look, you know, the two rings sort of like caught up. It looks like a bit of a knot there. So this could have been an energy that was trying to hold up some power between two, because normally rings are a symbol of unity, and there are two here. So there are two who could have been caught up here. I think you're going to catch this energy. I'm going to look here because this landed on top of that sort of trickster last unicorn energy there. What do we got here? Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's the rings. Do you see? Wow. See, once your energy comes together with this other, where there's the power of attraction, your energy together, it makes those double spiral loops of creation activate. There's something that comes through. There's a manifestation point there. That's wild. It comes to fruition for you. This is going to come to fruition for you. You will find that last unicorn. I'm telling you, you will. This is like somebody that shares a certain magic that you hold. Like they have a certain like lineage. And this is how it's coming through. They have a certain lineage of magic that only you hold. It's like you're the last two. And there's something very special that comes through when your energies connect with each other. It brings fruition. And there's like expansive intelligence that comes through you both putting your noggins together here. It's like brain power. There's a brain child you're birthing with this person. There's like something you're creating together here. And there's grace behind this. It's heaven sent. Okay, so this, I feel like the trickster averted this for a while, but not for long. Wow, the way that came in, that is powerful. Do you see here too, where it wasn't a knot with this Queen of Cups? The wings weren't outstretched, but look how many wings are here to carry this forward. That's like big seraphim kind of energy coming in. Yes, and actually this isn't too far off. You'd be surprised, I have to say. This redemption is already on the way. It will come in swiftly in 2025. It will move you forward quite quickly too, faster than you expect. For some of you, this does have something to do with some kind of work you'll be doing, because there's a lot coming through here about intellectual talent, intellectual synergy, brainchild, putting your head together with somebody here. And I see it. Like, there's something that's coming through your connection. It's coming through you individually. But when you come together with this other person, it's like it activates the teacher archetype. Right? There's something that's going to be quite a banner moment. And here with the Eight of Pentacles, it says intellectual talent provides knowledge. You see, you're meant to share this knowledge. The two of you are meant to share this knowledge. Really cool. So let's check out all this, because it looks like you got a lot of luck coming in. Oh, yes. Look at that. We got the sun. So there's some restoration of life here, and you have protection from adversaries. You also have protection from rabies and wild beasts. Okay. So that's interesting energy. Yes, these people are a bit rabid. They are a bit foaming at the mouth. They're angry. But their bark is worse than their bite. You're not going to get bit by these people here. And this is something that's already secured for you. We see that. I mean, the sun energy was there, and there was some kind of deceptive energy that was wanting to sort of come in and be your vehicle forward, so to speak. Here, take this ride. I'll lead you to the North Node. It's that lower energy, but you're going to be able to recognize it. The sun, Leo energy coming in here. Okay, there is something really to celebrate. I think whatever this is, whatever you're going to be celebrating, this sort of like shining moment, there might be a bit of attention on you. I do feel like news will spread about this, and then there are going to be some people that will be foaming at the mouth about this, but their bark is worse than their bite, I have to say. Yes, and we have Page of Wands here. So yeah, there will be a lot of news that spreads about this, but I have to say, whatever spreads, it confounds the wicked. And it sort of spoils all their slandering. You're protected from any opposition with the propagation of this light, because whatever this is that you're creating here and you're bringing forward in 2025, it's meant to happen. Page of Wands energy, Sagittarian energy coming in there. Again, it moves you into a place of expansion. Yes, and where there were those who had been holding you back or had been some kind of burden in your situation, they're going to be pointed out to you. So you're going to overcome this Five of Swords. Where you want to know what's up and who's been causing problems, you will acquire the wisdom, and also the wisdom to deal with it effectively. So this is good energy here. And you're breaking some repetitive circle here, some loop, some circle perhaps that was cast by another, that's put borders or boundaries around you that have prevented you from reaching higher elevation. Not anymore. You're breaking the circle. You're lifting the opposing barriers, and it's going to bring you victory. So I think you are going to have something pointed out to you. And this is going to be your lucky break, so to speak, because it allows you to sort of break that energetic connection that sort of pulled you back into a repeat cycle over and over again. This looks good. Okay, so you're finding the way through here. You're not blocked anymore. But there will be a lot of news that spreads about this when this goes down. News will travel fast, and I do get that those who try to prevent this are going to be really angry, and they may, throw some dirt on your name, I have to say, but it's only dirt that they're throwing upon themselves, because this is getting done and buried, and it's being left in the past, it looks like. I mean, you got a lot of really good energy working for you here, Capricorn. So, I mean, I'd say it's kind of in your favor, honestly. Let's go ahead and check out your hand. We're going to use the Arcane BS deck for this. We're going to look at your strengths, your power, your level up energy. We're going to look at your magics that you're activating in 2025. We're also going to look at what advantages you got just coming into this game. Take a little sip of my coffee here. You might need to, power up, get your coffee in, get prepared, be ready, be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. You're going to need energy for what's ahead. I've been picking up that with you for a bit here. Yes, 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 yes. It's time to be done, sort of sitting there like a cat looking at its butt for all of eternity. It's time to stop looking at, sort of the BS in life, things that, you feel are shitty or you don't like the way they look and you're not liking how things went down. This will keep you in a repetitive loop too. It's time to really take charge here. There's some kind of activation of really, really ancient wisdom, knowledge coming through at this time. There's Venusian energy coming in here too. So whatever is sort of activating in you is like a book of knowledge that's opening up here. It does bring intellectual lucidity. It also helps you create something of beauty, and it brings a little love into your world too. We got rhubarb Tony here, okay? So again, it's giving Emperor, Empress vibes coming in here. It is giving sort of this quality of there's another who's very much like you, right? So there's some kind of cycle that's being broken here. I see that right off the bat. We know that this is quite the connection that you got coming in here, whoever you're dealing with. Let's have a look here. Might come packaged in somebody that seems like an unassuming character. It's kind of interesting to me because it's playing off that download that came in for the collective last night, May's face there, okay? This may come through somebody who doesn't seem like they would be the last unicorn, but they are, all right? Just saying, it could come in a very unexpected connection, something you haven't really considered, all right? Let's check this out. So we're going to do 3 cuts of the deck here to give 3 different piles for this, to look at the hand that you're playing in 2025. And let's go ahead and just do that now. We're going to be looking at what advantages you will have in 2025. All right. And I feel compelled to do this with you for some reason. What are the magics that you will hold or you will activate in 2025? What magics will you hold, activate in 2025? And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this one. All right. Weird how that came in. I didn't do that last time, but it's wanting to come in like that for you. Ooh, there's a card that was left behind. Okay, wild card element here. Weird. Okay. Now we're going to look at your health. So I'm going to let you know about that wild card. It feels separate to me. It's like you're being given an ace up the sleeve with this wild card. It's something that you earned. That's what I'm picking up here. Job well done. There's something you earned. So you're getting like a little power up here. That's kind of how it's coming in. Little power up. Strength and power is what we're looking at here. Strength and power. It's interesting because I was like kind of like focusing on your health. So there might be a key there. You need to tend to your health a bit more in order to really amplify your full like alchemical power here, right? To get your energy right. Something's coming in there. Even on a spiritual level, like there's something about refining the vessel so it can be a more fit vessel to receive what wants to come in to power you up here. All right, that piece. Okay. Let's look at this wild card element. That's really unusual. What are you getting here? Wow. Look at this. You got the black moon that you are hosting that's coming up on December 30th. There's something, a new beginning that happens for you there. It's manifestation point. We do have that owl energy coming in, and it opened up your read with after the storm. So yes, this is like a really powerful point of alchemy for you. You are getting your wings here. There's some access to some kind of knowledge you're gaining here that gives you a lot of power. It's hidden power with that pyramid energy there. Few have access to this, but whatever this is, it allows you to break that cycle with that particular serpent. So I thought, Scorpio kept coming in so strongly. So it's probably a Scorpio house matter. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of the eighth house there. It's that Pluto Mars energy, like you're creating a disruption. There's something that's already been digested here. So it's like you're not going for another loop of that. You're not falling for that you have to go through another round of this. And you're moving into that Sagittarian expansion here. Really powerful here. It's some knowledge that comes in for you that helps you understand how to draw down your vision and make it a reality by disrupting what's been holding it back. Okay, something was holding you down from being able to rise up into this, but you're breaking it. So if somebody did any kind of like working on you, I feel like you're able to disrupt this with this new moon. And hey, man, workings can even be somebody who's been trying to manipulate a situation, trying to pull strings, trying to cause problems for you. Whatever this is, you're getting access to some kind of like hidden knowledge. It feels like it's some kind of spiritual assist here. You're passing through a gateway of initiation is what I feel it is. And maybe that's what disrupts the cycle here, because you can't go to this next level of experience until you pass through an initiation. Whoever this character is, they shall not pass. Like they can't pass. So you're getting a green light here. That's an important message for you coming in there. Okay, could involve a Sagittarius, could involve a Scorpio, could involve an Ophiuchus and a looking at I almost saw something out of my periphery again. So I don't know if that was just me, something coming through, a moment of illumination there. Maybe it transferred because it felt like it was like almost a flash of something. So maybe it transferred on your end. I don't know. Okay, so let's look. Let's look first at your strengths and your power coming in for 2025. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're able to find where that sort of old energy is that needs to be cast out. And in some cases, with the filthy mattress here, it could be like a really compromising, intimate connection. It could be somebody that you used to be intimate with, you used to have that kind of connection with, and you really need to not go back there anymore. You need to not revive that. You need to be aware that this is a grabby energy. It's a greedy energy. It's a suspicious energy. This is an energy that's opportunist, okay? And I think you're going to be able to suss this out. You doing this, you'll find that you're not drained of power anymore. And in fact, this person may drain on that level. That's how they get their power up, is they sort of tap into the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. So you might want to do some clearing work around the sacral chakra here. If you have a mattress that you shared with that person that you're still sleeping on, you might want to huck it. You might want to get rid of it. Okay. That will also change someone's ability to be able to tap into your energy. Like they might still be able to be linked there. You know what I'm saying? Because of the DNA connection, just be aware of that, right? There's something about this. Also, this could be somebody who has greedy energies attached to them, all right? in the form of their lovers. They might have multiple lovers, and these people are people you don't want to sort of like have around you in your vicinity, because it's a draining energy. It's like energy harvesting here. But I feel like you're sussing this out, and so this is going to be very helpful for you. Also, because that piece of powering up came in, there's something about your sleep. You need to get much better sleep. You need to maybe even make sure you're sort of warding when you sleep. Really pay attention to adjusting your health in terms of your sleep cycles, because that will very much benefit your power, your strength, your vitality, your energy generation, which is really important for you in 2025. It's interesting because it's coming through, really, I have to tell you, and there's a reason why my brain linked it like that right off the bat, even though we're going to look at that area separately, but it's kind of coming in as being hand in hand here. So I think you've already seen something here. You know, there's something about your habits, your food habits, that are not really benefiting you. There's something that also kind of dulls your senses. It makes it so your clairs don't come through as strong. It makes you more foggy. You're really being asked to look at what you're consuming here. Also, you know, if somebody is giving you something, you know, or encouraging you to kind of like, oh, you know, I know you're trying to, you know, get healthy here, but it's okay, you know, just splurge. If somebody's sort of like guiding you in that direction, there might be a little bit of a hook there too. Like, why? You know, there's something about paying attention to the ways that your energy is compromised by something you're taking in here. And I got it both in terms of like sort of what you're doing before you go to sleep at night, as well as what you're eating, all right, or who you're intimate with. And this is very foundational, okay, to power up. So I feel like this is sort of a bit of information to let you know if you really want to activate your vision, your sight, and if you want to really maintain your own sense of empowerment, your own energy here. There's something about being mindful of what you're taking in. Don't take in junk. Don't take in something that, you know, is only going to drag the energy down. I think you're going to see this a lot more clearly. And as you make dietary changes, you'll notice that your vision gets clearer, you know. You'll notice that you feel like more in your own energy. It's not as easy for people to tap in this coming in. And same thing with sleep, okay? It's super important. Okay, checking out your magics. Let's see what magics are activated for you. Oh, you're going to activate that magic. Look at you, beefcake. Okay. So yeah, I do feel like, yeah, it's a certain kind of magic, you know. It may have been a bit of a glamour that was cast on you, I have to say, because there is some link you're breaking here and he powers you up. So there might have been something that was sort of like directed your way through manipulation, you know, of another, or maybe even somebody was trying to kind of like just weaken your energy so you wouldn't make the best choices for yourself. But I see you stepping into your energy here. You're unraveling that particular knot, let's say, that's kind of held you in place, maybe prevented you from stepping into your higher potential here. I do feel like you got that singer of chalice being activated for you here. So you got a crucible that's ready to be filled. And it's interesting. It does really happen once you take care of your health here. You're going to be very strong. You'll be able to just like, you're just going to like, I just heard it as you're just going to shit out the past. You know, you're just going to shit it out. You know, you need to let it go in that way. Maybe even let it go in that way. That's a magic for you, you know. Clear it out, man. Clear out the colon, clear out the intestines. Like, you know, just let it go. You can make a Rasayana for that, actually. It's really easy to make. You take equal parts sesame seeds, golden raisins, soak them overnight, okay? Drain off the water in the morning, and then you just pulse it in a food processor, or you can do it in a blender if that's all you got to work with. Put it in your fridge. It'll keep for about a week. And then before you eat, every time before you eat, take a teaspoon of that. Oh, you'll be able to just flush that past. I tell you, there is something about that though. And when you look at that area of the body and what it symbolizes, it's all about fear. Okay, so there's something here that's kept you, stuck for too long. And as you clear out all that old energy, see, because it's all in tandem. Okay, so as you get the spiritual energy coming in, this kind of like downloads coming in that activate your vision, you need to be able to have a clear channel for that to come through before you can root it in material reality. And when we're looking at clearing out the intestines, we are looking at root chakra. We're looking at Muladhara. Okay, so this is really clearing that channel out. All right, this coming in, but I also see you getting strong. You know what I mean? Your magic is activated through you really taking care of your body. Then you're going to get the activation of the singer of the chalice here. And you're putting those watchful eyes behind you. You're not even paying attention to who's keeping an eye on you. Yeah, they'll keep an eye on you, but it's not going to have any effect on you because you're facing forward here. And you see the heart is wide open. And you also, I have to say, your creative energy is also wide open here. So I do feel like you're finding a way through. You're not contracted anymore. You're moving into expansion here. And I think there's something too about a radical transformation in your body as well. This also opens up opportunities for you. People neglect like magic in terms of the way something that seems like it's so mundane can radically transform your life in a way that feels like magic, okay? So something about this transformation in health, it also really opens up a lot of opportunities for you, okay? I do feel like there's something that maybe feels a bit like magic. I think you're going to go through some major physical like transformation that opens up a lot of doors for you in 2025. And it seems like it's a bit of magic. Like, how they do that, okay? That's what I got here. And then we have the digging ghost. All right. So I feel like there's a magic that you need to activate here that puts a digging ghost to rest. And it's more like an energy that is connected to you than it is your energy. That's what I got. It's sort of something that's still kind of clinging to you that causes you to repeatedly dig up, which should just be left to rest here. Left to rest here. It still has some kind of tie, but I feel like you're going to figure out how to finally lay this digging ghost to rest, because I see you got the new beginning here that's coming in, that's ready to manifest. Once you bring this to an end, okay, so that's the magic you need to activate. You'll only be able to get in touch with the source of this energy once you really get your vessel refined. That's what I got here, okay? What advantages do you have? Okay, well, see, your advantage here is you feel like you've been in the belly of the beast. You feel like you're sitting in the hot seat. And you do feel like you're a bit trying to free yourself from the jaws of life here. But this is just an initiation. It's just the fire test of truth. Everything that's false needs to be burned away so you can get to the good stuff here. It's an important alchemical moment. You may think you're so effing effed, but I have to tell you, the reality is, like I said, intellectual lucidity is going to work to your advantage. You're gaining access to some kind of information here that helps you get out of a really tight spot. So this is good. That's a great advantage to have. And yeah, it allows you to catch up that Scorpio energy by the tail. You're able to cleanse that away. And this opens up the road. You're going to be celebrating come New Year. I feel like you'll already feel that you mastered something here in terms of an energy that once had you firmly in its grasp. You now got it by the tail and you know it. You'll be able to feel it. And I feel like you're really going to be celebrating the start of the new year there, because you know the old cycle has been cleansed away and everything is just about to begin here. I think you'll have reason to sort of toot your horn. I think you'll have reason to celebrate in 2025. This looks good. You got this new cycle that's being activated for you, and all you've already put behind you, the momentum is just too strong. It's just too strong for you to be held back. That's what I got, okay? And that is quite a bit of magic that comes in for you, that ace up the sleeve, that wild card energy with that new moon. I mean, there's something there that it's like the final nail in the coffin of what tried to keep you in a rut here. It's not going to work. So I like that energy for you, Capricorn. And now we're going to look at the mundane stuff. I mean, we already looked at your health, but we'll have a look at it again. Okay, bottom of the deck energy. This is very much about you just continuing to kind of tend to your path, tend to yourself, go your own way, gain that wisdom you're gaining right now. You may feel like having more alone time. This is important with the Hermit energy there. There could be a Virgo connection as well. So Virgo connection, and I said health, and health has been a primary focus. So this is a lot about you really kind of getting synced up with yourself too, so you can adjust your work, your routine, your sort of like daily habits, and shifting those habits so they're very supportive of you and they can help you really activate your path moving forward here. There's something really coming through at this time for you. So first we're going to look at your health in 2025 and how that's going to pan out for you. We already know you're going through a major like physical transformation. It's going to seem like a bit of hocus pocus to other people because I feel like it's that big of a transformation. This may be something you've desired for a long time. I really see it coming through for you in 2025. It's got like big makeover energy, transformation energy. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're finding your balance too with justice here. So I would also say in terms of your health, if you've had a desire to like, get your weight balanced out, if you've been looking to drop some weight, I do feel like you're going to effectively like cut out the habits that have been keeping that excess weight on your body, and you'll transform that. Likewise, if you're somebody who's wanted to bulk up, maybe you've been trying to put on muscle, you've been trying to strength train and get some muscle going on, you're going to find out what was problematic there. You're going to cut it out, and you're going to bring balance to how you're training. You're going to bring balance to how you're eating, and then you'll see those gains you want to see. So I really do feel like you're finding a balance in your body. I'm also getting this piece about maybe balance has been something that's been challenging for you as well. Like maybe you feel like your balance is just a little bit off. You may have been dealing with issues like this. It could have been related to like previous injuries you've had, like falls you've had. So you have like joint issues that are sort of like weak links, and that may be what's been throwing off your balance. I feel like you can find a new type of exercise. It might even be somewhat like somatic in nature that helps you really train all planes of movement and improve your sense of balance. Yeah, this looks really good. Okay, we got Libra energy coming in there with justice. What's coming in for Capricorn's health? What's coming in for Capricorn's health? You might even be finding balance in your relationships too for that Libra energy to come in. There might be an improvement in your relationships as a result of this, just taking better care of your health. Maybe because of how you feel about yourself and the confidence it inspires in you. All right, it's coming in. I just heard, or even just have the energy to have somebody else in your space on that level. Yeah, okay, so King of Swords in reverse, all right? So this is interesting. I'm just bringing it in because it's kind of continuing on that original message that came in. You may have even like been considering some type of surgery, some type of surgical procedure as far as addressing the appearance, but you're really realizing, or to address a health issue, and you're gonna learn that you don't need to do that, okay? Because you're gonna take a different approach here, I feel. So I feel like where you had some kind of medical procedure scheduled, you're gonna be able to cancel that procedure. That's what it looks like. Because you're gonna come upon the point of what you need to do to find balance with this issue. And I see it really working out for you here. Yeah, look at this. Vitality, strength, the sun coming through. This is the best, okay? So yeah, I feel like if you dealt with feeling sort of like low energy, depressed, you did that place, what I call the blargs, where you just feel like, you know, somebody just pulled the plug out from you here. This is a radical transformation of your health. Maybe, even having energy you haven't had in a long time since you were younger, but it's because you're approaching something in a different way here. I also feel like you're being honest with yourself and you're going, look, this and this and this and this is what's sabotaging me. These are bad habits. These are things that I need to transform, and I just need to get more organized and really, have a schedule with this. Get things sort of addressed in my environment that make it easy for me to kind of F off rather than do what needs to be done. So this looks like good energy here. Let me do a cut of the deck and see anything else that wants to come in. Yep. All right. I feel like you're going to have, wherever you're at right now, whatever you're feeling right now in terms of your health, I got you feel sluggish, low energy. You just don't have motivation in some cases too. I feel like you're figuring something out here, and the adjustment you make within 2 months, the first 2 months of 2025. So by March, oh, you're going to have a lot of energy. And where you've been stuck at a plateau point with your health goals, nope, not anymore. You're going to be moving forward quite quickly here. All right. I do feel like exercise is important. Okay. Exercise is important. And there's also something that you need to cut off here, that you need to stop, holding space for. See, to me, it's like there's been too much sitting. That's what it looks like. It's just sitting too much has been kind of a block. So there's a need to get moving, get out, get moving. Start even with just walking, man. You'd be amazed how much walking can transform your health, address your stress, where you're feeling like emotionally out of sorts or stressed out about a problem. Take it for a walk, man. Just get out there, get in the fresh air, take in a little breathing room, rather than just sitting and sort of stewing in something. It's more productive when you set it in motion. But yeah, I also feel like wait on any kind of surgical procedure if you can buy yourself some time. And this also is elective surgery too. If you've been thinking like, oh, I need to go and get, cosmetic surgery, I need to change this or that about my appearance, there might be something you find that as you start to address your health on all levels, mind, body, spirit, that you start to see yourself in a new way too. I feel like you're going to be more confident. This is going to change a lot of things for you, okay? I see you not getting some surgery or taking some radical step to change your health and really regaining a sense of vitality here. It looks really good. Okay, what does wealth look like for Capricorn in 2025? And we know health is wealth, okay? So if you feel good, if you're feeling your best, you feel confident, it tends to have a bang-on effect. So let's check out what's going on in the money, career department for Capricorn in 2025. What does wealth look like for Capricorn in 2025? What's wealth looking like for Capricorn 2025? Let's see. I mean, I think you're feeling a little frustrated as you come into 2025. You may even feel like a little bit ripped off. You may feel like you're working really hard and you're not being compensated fairly. You may feel like you're dealing with unfair competition. and you don't know how to play the game to get where you need to go. You may feel like, you know, despite how much you work and overtime you put in, that the cost of living is just too high. And it's like you're always trying to play catch up. I feel like this is sort of where you're at right now, but let's see how it transforms as you head further into 2025 in the new year here. I mean, it's interesting because this energy seems to kind of like head on the upswing from this Eight of Wands here. Yep. So I feel like where those blockages are in place, they'll get moving in about the same time frame. It really looks like here. So by March, these blocks are out of the way and you will be moving forward. You'll see an increase in your finances at that time. There have been blocks, but there's something that is coming in here. I think first you get renewed, you get restored, balance comes in your situation. I also feel like you're taking a more creative approach to your work. You may have a creative idea that you want to bring forward here. This may be something you want to invest in for yourself with the Ace of Cups. Yes, by all means, bring this in. You may even be getting like some kind of divine inspiration around this. You may feel some kind of real like vision kind of hatching here, coming in for you. It is the wings that will carry you forward, and you'll see something come to fruition with this in the summertime that really causes a lot of growth to come in your life financially. Okay, let me see any more details about this. It looks like you may be heading in a more creative direction here. You will get some creative opportunity. You should go for it because I do see growth coming in as a result in terms of your career and finances with that. Any more details about this for Capricorn? Also, you know, the key for you is you have to do work that, you know, you can get behind on a heart level. If you're not feeling like motivated to do it, it's not going to ever pay off for you. You have to feed the water part of your soul. Yeah, I love this. Look what came in here. Okay. You're just at a crossroads with this energy right now. It's just a little held up, but that Two of Swords energy will turn around. And by March, look, it's even coming in the Three of Wands. That's March. By March, whatever was the inhibiting factor is like put behind you, and there is a way through. Now, that may be the time that you and this other person really sync up, right? You see those ships come in and you hit some big financial career goals at that time. Looks good. You're definitely looking into the horizon and feeling a sense of possibilities, seeing a sense of expansion there. So that's positive energy. Cut of the deck, what do we got? Yeah, I mean, you got Three of Swords here, right? And on the other side, the Five of Swords. So this is sort of what you're mired in right now. You're really looking at the ways that, you know, you had certain dreams. You feel like they didn't come to fruition. You felt like you dealt with unfair competition. In some cases, you may have felt sabotage, and that really hurt your heart, maybe even because you felt sabotaged by somebody that, you know, you were really close to. Maybe somebody stole from you, you know, and maybe you're going to learn about this, I have to say. I mean, you did have sort of some energy coming in where you're going to be alerted about some oppositional characters here who you've been dealing with. But you can't stay in that space for too long, because that in and of itself, it's like it's a digging ghost. You know what I mean? It's sort of like it brings back up that energy. It doesn't allow you to sort of generate the forward momentum here. You see, look, this is kind of what you've been doing. You've been focusing on trying to heal from whatever this is, because I do feel like it hurt here. But there's this new opportunity coming in. If you're distracted by this and like looking at what you feel was taken from you, you won't even recognize what you're actually receiving in its place. It's so much better, man. It's so much better. And when you see what is replacing it, it's gonna light your fire with the Queen of Wands here. Okay, it really like stirs your fire in your chart. It puts you in your independent strength too. Okay. So you need to be aware of this. This is really important here. I do see you doing something independent, and I feel like your passion is restored here. You got to set set out in a way where you're focused on where you're going, not what happened back there. 'Cause I think you did deal with something kind of shitty, man. It looks like it in terms of your finances, and you felt screwed over here. It may have you feeling like, "Ugh, there's just going to be more of the same." You got to drop that though, because if that's what you're holding, you have to understand you got a lot of power at your disposal. You'll generate more of this. You'll go back into that digging ghost cycle, right? Yeah, and this is really what awaits you. Do you see? The Ten of Pentacles is what really awaits you. So money looks good, but I do see sabotaging influences that you need to uproot within yourself to really capitalize off this and make it what you want it to be. All right. It starts with your health. That's really important here for you. All right, let's look at love. See what's coming out in love for Capricorn in 2025. What does love have in store for Capricorn in 2025? What's love got to do with it? Well, I feel like you're ending an old cycle. You ended an old cycle in love. You put something behind you or someone behind you. You could have been dealing with a fixed sign, a Leo, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio. Scorpio came out pretty strongly in your read. And I do feel like you're about to be at a brand new starting point, and there's successful passage into a new chapter of your love life that's coming in here. So whatever was brought to a close in 2024, though you may have felt like it was a loss, it actually works out in your favor. And now when we get to see what's on the other side, okay, we know success comes on the other side of the world. So there is something you successfully let go of in terms of your love story in 2024. And let's see what awaits you in love in 2025. For those of you in committed relationships, if there's something that one of you finally gave a little bit on, you know, somebody was being very stubborn. That's what was causing problems in the relationship. And one of you decided to become a little bit more accommodating. And this has made all the difference. Okay, you got to work together. You can't always have your own way all the time. I think one of you saw this. Okay, that was sort of like the sticking point in the relationship. You've learned to compromise better, and that's helping you find the way through. Yeah, Hangman coming in with that flew over this Three of Swords here. Okay, so yeah, that might have created holdups in your relationship. Might have created separation even in your relationship. You may have had to take a time out from each other because you couldn't get on the same page about something. Right? And this could also be like a karmic cycle that needed to be cleared out here. But I do feel like this energy is about to turn around. Could have been connected to a Pisces with the Hangman here. It's just like it's hold up energy. It was stubborn. It was fixed. All right. But this energy is now preparing to move around. So if you feel like you've been hung up for a while and you've just been waiting around, if you feel like somebody left you hanging as well, like, okay, like, is there going to be any more that comes as a result of that connection? Like, it feels like sort of a ... to be continued moment. Yeah, you've kind of been in the dark about your love life. And in some cases, you've also been too burdened and busy and too much responsibility to even really be worried about that. I feel like you've really have had a lot of weight on your shoulders, but we do know that things are going to lighten up. You also are sort of like feeling like, you know, in the dark about a particular situation or particular someone. This is sort of the energy coming in with you. I do feel like you're really focused on other things right now. It's sort of like love is kind of taking a back seat here. I get it. Okay, it's because you haven't brought something to completion quite yet. This is what flew out onto the Three of Swords. This is an energy that's still in play, I have to say. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, this is a sneaky sabotaging energy that's creating delays in your love life. It's something you need to uproot here and something you need to complete, bring to completion. All right. It could be something within yourself that needs to adjust here, that needs to shift. So you'll even be open to letting love in your life again. It could be an interfering person or element or a connection that you're still attached to that's sort of like the fly in the ointment. See, and it's what needs to shift here and come to a completion to bring this in. This is what you want. You want this alignment. We know you got the power of attraction there, but there is like a sabotaging element here that needs to be addressed. What's the nature of this sabotaging element in love, Spirit, for Capricorn in 2025? Where's this sabotage coming from? What does this have to do with? Okay, something that just fell on the ground here is the blocking energy. Came out crossed. I'm going to see it at the same time as you. Ooh, Knight of Wands. Thrown to the side. Yes, something that's been preventing forward motion. Queen of Wands coming in here. It could be a little bit of a witchy woman. It could be. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I mean, it could be. We have the Hermit coming in here, shining a light on this with this King of Wands. And in between the two, we got a Tower. Do you see this? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So there could be a little rogue wizard energy there that's been doing a little something to hold things up in matters of love, to create separation here for two, or divide two. Even divide two within a household. I feel like you're going to overcome this, though, because on the bottom of the deck, we got the Fool here. So that is the road opening in love. There will be a new beginning here, potentially with an Aries or with an Aquarius. What's on the other side of this? It does feel like it opens up, but I think there's a delay. It feels like it doesn't open up until March. There's sort of like this energy that needs to be overcome in the opening of 2025. I feel in love. This could even be somebody that's acting as an advisor to somebody who wants to approach you, like they're giving them advice and they're creating holdups in the situation. Okay, so that's the way that magic could be worked as well. This could even be somebody that's sort of like an intimate connection as well. That did come in the beginning, that, you know, there might still be somebody that's connected intimately to somebody that's like a thwarting influence in your situation. And that card flew and landed right on top of that tricky energy that came in there. Yeah. You got somebody who's doing blocking work in love. Also, with the Magician in reverse, there is something that you shouldn't revisit from your past. There's an old connection, romantic connection in your past that you should not revisit at all. You should not connect with this person. This could even be somebody that's still kind of generating a little something your way, or is getting in the way of a connection. And you need to be aware of this. They could be that sort of glimmering thing I saw that opened up your download. Nope. They're a block. They are a block. They're not your destiny here. So they're what energies do we have here? I mean, we got Tower energy. That's Aquarian energy. It's Aries energy. It can be Scorpio energy. We got Virgo here. I feel like whoever you're supposed to come into alignment with, you both have a lot of fire in your chart. You might want to look at where you have fire in your chart. That might give you a clue. We got Pisces energy here. All the fixed signs coming in quite strongly. Leo, really strong. Taurus. Aquarius. Aquarius has come out quite a bit. There could be an Aquarius connection. Scorpio has come out quite a bit in this read. All right. I mean, there's something there that you do need to deal with. How does this pan out? Let me do a cut of the deck. It looks like something needs to be cleared out in love. I see you doing it successfully, though, okay? You do have the Six of Wands here. But it's really in recognizing who's fishy here, who you need to avoid here, seriously, with the Page of Cups, because there is somebody that's trying to approach you that you should not let back in. Water sign energy might be of key importance here. And I have to say that because it opened up with the Hangman. So it could be Pisces. And again, it could be somebody that it looks inviting, but it's a hidden influence that it's tricky. It's tricky. It's a third party element here that's eluding celebration and love. So it looks like you do have something here that you need to figure out. I do feel like committed relationships, you can get through your challenges, you can compromise. In that case, I have to tell you, those of you in committed relationships that have been dealing with a lot of challenges, it may be related to somebody in the connection wants to bring, a third party into the mix, or they want the freedom to explore that. Or if you've been wondering where the problem's coming from, it's coming from an outside person who's being an advisor, and they're causing a lot of problems in the situation. So I think that you will be ultimately successful in sussing this out. But if you have suspected somebody manipulating, throwing stuff around, I would say there's a firm yes about that you need to be aware of here. Okay. Let's check out spiritual guidance for you. It looks like you overcome it. It might be a ways, though. With that Ace of Cups that came in earlier, you might not see this turnaround, like things really start to turn around in your love life until you hit the summertime. Yeah. It might be summer love. But I do feel like there's going to be some bruises along the way that you need to be aware of here. Spiritual guidance for Capricorn coming up in 2025. Spirit, what guidance do you want to give Capricorn about what lay ahead in 2025 for them? What spiritual guidance wants to come in for Capricorn in 2025? Something still needs to be balanced out. Something isn't balanced out. Something hasn't been closed. It needs to be closed. Something needs to be balanced out. I really feel like I have to be honest because of the way it came in. It feels like you have to balance yourself out first. This is really, really important because if you're not balanced out, if the way you're using your energy isn't balanced out, if your schedule isn't balanced out, your habits aren't balanced out, you can't bring anything into balance in your life. So this is about allowing yourself to really look at what you need to close out, what needs to come to an end so you can find the balance that you need and turn this energy around. There's something that still needs to be balanced out here. Is coming through from Spirit. Yes. And see, but once you balance it out, look what came out here. Once you balance it out, you get that victory. You get to make that victory lap and you rise up into the Empress energy. So you're still clearing out with Justice heading south like that. You're still clearing out matters at the South Node here. That's the truth. But I do see that you will be successful with this by the end of winter here. Ace of Swords, there's something you effectively cut off. It transforms your situation. And then isn't it funny with that 3 energy there? Again, we got March. March is really a turning point for you. In 2025, it's the birth of creativity. It's the birth of abundance. It's also like there's a real transformation in your health, in your physical appearance. It's being noticed. There's a certain glow about you at that time. There also might be a lot of powerful communication coming through at the time. Big Libra energy coming in there just because Justice showed up on the bottom of the deck. Yes, you're moving away from something at that time that's created a lot of suffering. But see, right now you're kind of in this place where you're still sort of like you're moving forward, but you still got all these swords with you. And you need to ditch the swords, man. That is so important. You got to ditch the swords. You've had enough of that. Get more into your feeling, all right? More into the feeling, less into the thoughts. It may seem strange, but getting more into your feeling, it will actually give you intellectual lucidity. It's almost like the thoughts have become swords. The energy needs to move out of the head and move into motion through feeling, through the body. You can only feel when you're in your body. So this is like a huge clue for you to transform your situation here in 2025. Any other spiritual guidance that wants to come through? I mean, it looks like you'll be successful, though, with that Empress energy coming out there. So that's good. That it's just alerting you that there's something that does need to be transformed to hit this place of the promise after the storms. And there's still one thing you need to close out here, okay? Because you haven't done this yet. The vessel isn't fit for this to be filled. You see what I mean? There's something that still needs to be healed, something that still needs to be resolved that has its ties in the old cycle in the South Node. And you need to be receptive too, okay? So there's still the guarding. Remember, you're going to break the circle here. This is your challenge. You got to break the circle to bring in the blessing. Let me do a kind of deck. All right, yes, and then look at you. Then you got your new beginning there. Ace of Pentacles energy in your hands. Queen of Pentacles. You're in your energy, but see, first you got to free yourself. And look, it's the 8 energy, and it's all an illusion. It's just like, it's just you in your head. It's just you in your head. You see? It's you in your head. It's going to take a couple months. You're not going to get this done overnight, right? But once you do, you will celebrate, okay? In March, you will find the way through. And there is justice right behind it. Then you find your balance, okay? All right, so it looks like there's something to be done here, Capricorn, but it does look like it pays off in the end. Godspeed.